trying to get her dressed together, and yeah, Rico, girl, you not doing a good job. And from what I heard, this is a person who is in the industry and does fashion, you know, and I'm just like, first of all, you didn't make yourself look good on this episode as far as people wanting to work with you. And then second, you know, you got this corset on her, under her dress. You talking, oh yeah, we probably need to put some Spanx or something underneath. And you still ain't work it out right, because when I looked at her dress when she was walking up to Jock, the corset was showing at the top of her back. Like, this shit was coming out of her wedding dress. So how did you do your job? I was like, you know what, that's so fucking tacky. Then on top of that, he told me he was doing the ruffles. That's why he gonna be late. Like, hey, this bitch all stressed out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it, but he had this bitch all stressed out. He doing the ruffles, the last ruffle on there, whatever. Bitch, how did you put the ruffles on? Because the bottom of her dress, that was the ruffles, and she couldn't even hardly get down the fucking aisle. Y'all, she was holding her dress, like, really, like, throwing the bitch up, like, over her feet, past her feet, so she would not fall. Like, I don't know what type of, you know, sewing that this nigga does, and if anybody sized him up in the industry, but that wasn't a good job, girl. Like, at first I was like, okay, it's not the ruffles, it's probably just a dressing type, but either way, you know, the way she was walking down that motherfucker aisle like Morticia, girl, no, honey. And she wasn't even looking up. She couldn't even look up. She was so focused on not falling because all this ruffled shit on her dress. It was terrible. I was like, you know what? I would have cussed his ass out, first of all, just for being late. But I definitely would have gave his ass the blues for that, because, bitch, it is my wedding day. And I didn't even get down the aisle probably. Like, she couldn't even look around and stuff. She was looking dead on the floor most of the time. And I said, you know what? Kendra a good one, cause no, honey. But I guess at this point, it was nothing for her to do. She had to put the dress on and go down, because this nigga comes in 10 minutes before the wedding starts, before she even got to walk down the aisle. So he trifling. I don't know if this is the type of work he does, but girl, if it was me, I would not, you know, have a nigga making me anything out. Kendra's freaking out, y'all, because it's 3 hours before the ceremony. Like I said, Rico, the nigga Rico, ain't got her dress there yet. You understand? Like I said, he called he putting the last little ruffles on it. Then he called again. He on his way, but he had to run back because, you know, he had to run back and get some undergarments. Bitch, you probably still was putting that dress together. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to save yourself some time. But he walked in anyway. And, yeah, he looked like he was looking over like he was trying to see somebody's face. Girl, everybody fucked up in with you right now. Okay, like, you doing too much. 10 minutes before? Girl, she ain't have time enough to cuss your ass out. That's what it was, because you wrong, honey. You so fucking wrong. But then Spice and her boyfriend walked in, okay? And I said, ooh, I know that's the fuck right, y'all. They looked bomb, okay? So bomb, y'all, I gotta put a picture up. Y'all, they was in this really nice, pretty blue. Was it royal bluish? Like, I don't know. The blue was so pretty, y'all. Her dress was just, her titties was pushed up to her chin, first of all, girl, okay? That chocolate skin with the blue, it just looks so damn juicy. You understand? It looks so good. And then she had like this piece of blue, the same color. All of the blue was the same color. It was the same color, even the fucking fur. Wrapped around her neck, it was bomb. Then she had the little clutch. I said clutch like a bag. It was a clutch. And it was blue. You know, Spice and her boyfriend did it up. Then he came with the muscles, world, the muscles. Y'all, he looked bomb, you know, with the little shirt. I think it was like a sweater type. Was it a turtleneck? I don't know. But he rocked that funky joint with that outfit. Like, damn, they looked really, really good. And I think they was the best dressed there, y'all. Even when I was up there looking at the crowd, I was like, ooh, where they at? They look good. Like, they showed out, you know, at that wedding. I was like, y'all, go ahead. Yeah, and then on top of that, they was so chocolate, you know, in that blue. They look amazing. They really did. And Sierra was like, look at us. We're not fighting or anything. And the mother said something, yeah, we should have bought some drinks. We should have bought the bottles and everything. Look at us. We look like the Kardashians. I said, you know what? Sierra was like, have you been drinking today? Girl, the mother was like, what? She walks the straight line, you know what I mean? I was just like, look, I mean, she really got up, y'all, and was walking a straight line, which it wasn't that straight, bitch. You look drunk. Like, whew. So she starts putting out little bottles of wine out her bag. I'm just like, you know what? Now that's an alcoholic, you know? Sierra tells her, look, we're concerned about your health. We're concerned about you. And the mother just busts out crying. Yeah, because you're doing too much and you're drunk. And that's why you got real emotional when she just said it, because you know it's the truth. You know you drink too much and your daughters can see you like, oh my God, y'all. Some people, they show their kids any and everything. And I remember being fried before and I just walked up to my room. I didn't even want my daughter to say, like, I just cannot show my daughter that I'm in any way intoxicated. Like, it's just not a good look. I didn't have it done to me. I never saw my mother and father drunk, and I don't want to show her that. So for you to just have this shit in your purse, your daughters are saying all of this, and they're trying to help you, but you really supposed to be trying to help them because they're young, probably going through everything under the sun, and you are being needy and need this type of help. Like, you know, we all have problems. We don't know what this woman is going through. But yeah, y'all, they're gathered there and they really want to help their mother. So Sierra lets her all in know, look, y'all, yeah, she has a colon infection. She hasn't been taking her antibiotics. She drinking to the point, you know, it's not going to work because she can't even take it right, you know. And the one sister was like, oh, well, I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, yeah, she told Sierra. Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Sassy Shantice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Y'all, let's just get into this episode, okay? Of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, okay, y'all? This episode, it was all right, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the wedding, but we're getting there, okay? We're almost there, okay? We're standing at the altar, okay? But anyway, y'all, let's get into it. I got a post-op doctor's appointment for my fibroid removal. Y'all know I got my fibroids removed. Okay, so I got to go to the doctor today, and they're going to do a little checkup on me, and they're going to tell me whether or not I can go back to work, okay? So your girl probably be going back to work, and she's not excited, okay? I like my job, but yeah, it's really nice staying at home and sleeping in, okay? And just coming on here with y'all and cutting up. But anyway, y'all, let's just get into the episode, okay, girl? The episode starts off with, they are at her party, you know what I mean? Her bachelorette party. And Kendra's bachelorette party. And Sierra is still, you know, contemplating and telling Rennie Rucci that she don't know if she want to tell Kendra or not, you know, about the whole situation with Jock and Mita. You know, she was just like, she just feel like it's not her place. You know, this bitch Kendra could be lying, and she not really trying to ruin a happy wedding, okay? And I'm just like, I don't know. I was thinking, you know, everybody should have got together and told her all in unison so that nobody would be the blame. But now that I see them walking up, yeah, I don't know if I would have said anything either. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of with Sierra and Spice. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because she has enough problems going on, you know, trying to get up to the altar, and she's all worried about this, and she's all stressed out and everything. And maybe she just needs to be stressed out about that and not her man, okay? Not her man in that way. You know, Jock, you stressing her out, you know, with your antics of going away for the weekend right before your wedding, girl. Okay, but yeah, stressed out as far as fucking with somebody else for 14 years, before me and during me, like, I don't know, that's a whole nother stress, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they were right in not telling her, you know, I could be wrong, you know, but I think when Kendra looks back and watches this stuff, if she does, she'd probably be like, damn, ain't nobody fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would feel. Like, damn, bitch, nobody could tell me, you know? But maybe she'll understand that people just didn't want to ruin her day, okay? And maybe she will be okay with everything. Anyway, y'all, Yandy is telling Sierra and Kendra that her mom is doing much better. She is standing now. Y'all remember she was immobile and she just couldn't even walk around and move around. But now they're saying that she actually, you know, is standing up. So Yandy is excited about that, and I'm glad, really, really glad, because y'all know Yandy and her mom are really close, you know. Sierra is telling the girls that, you know, her mom has basically, she's an alcoholic, okay? In so many words, this bitch is an alcoholic, and she has a colon infection, and she lost 60 pounds, and she won't take her antibiotics right because she keeps drinking. If you drink while you're taking your antibiotics, then basically the antibiotics is not going to work. It kills it off the break. Alcohol kills antibiotics right off the break, and yeah, her mother is having a really hard time to stop drinking for her whole 7 days, you know, so we're going to get into it because, you know, Sierra wants to fix the situation, and she ended up having an intervention, her and her sisters, to bring her mother together and say, no, you need to stop. So, y'all, Jock is doing a tour a weekend before his wedding, okay? And yeah, that's just not safe. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to arrive in the morning, the day of the wedding at 6 a.m. You know, and I'm just like, God, that's really taking a huge chance. And Kendra is afraid. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I will be too. But you know, you can't stop a nigga when he want to do something. That's just what it is. But anyway, y'all, Jock is in the club. You know, he doing his little thing. Meet me at the club. It's going down. Meet me at the mall. All that, y'all. We used to do all that, okay? Jock is my time. And yeah, we had fun with that little song, y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all, I was just thinking, Jock, did you really chance your wedding to be in this small ass club? Like, that wasn't looking too like, girl, okay? And then on top of that, like, I'm just thinking to myself, was that worth it? Like, I don't know, my husband was like, nah, some of them really be getting paid good and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, I just wouldn't chance it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, maybe he was getting paid good, and maybe you had several clubs within the city, girl, but I don't know. That's for me personally, you know, but as far as women and men, we all different. Like my husband said, you know, yeah, he probably was getting bitch, a pretty penny is not worth you not being able to make it to your wedding. You know what I'm saying? Do you realize you're not going to ever hear this down? Like, you're always going to hear it if you're late, and it just wasn't worth it. So Safari, you know, goes to visit his family, okay, Erica and the kids, at their home. You know, he's not there anymore. Y'all know they, you know, basically getting a divorce, and yeah, he just walks right in, okay? I'm like, ooh, okay. Yeah, Erica's in her confessional basically saying that, you know, we are not together, we are separate. Okay, bitch, like, y'all, she said this probably like 4 or 5 times. You know, and I'm just like, bitch, if you want to really, like, break up with somebody, you need to get your key back, because this nigga just walked slam in his house, okay? But anyway, y'all, I don't know what type of separation y'all got, but I was just like, wow, that's just not really a separation. They could still come and go ahead, see, please. Anyway, Jock sits down, and he like, yeah, I just came to spend time with my family, you know? But for real, y'all, at the end of this little piece, I was thinking to myself, wow, because they had their little, you know, he came in, and he said his little piece, they had their little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really play with the kids that much. And then he just broke out. Now, if they edited anything, okay, you know, they edited something. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, Safari came and said what he said and left. Like, he didn't really give you any time and anything on it. You know what I'm saying? But you tried to pick a little fight right before he left. Oh, yeah, what about the divorce? Let me know when you're ready to officially divorce. I'm just like, okay, girl. You know, then he had some back and forth. She was ready to get buck, and he just left. He already know how this bitch goes. You know what I'm saying? He was not trying to give this bitch nothing, because anything can set Erica off, okay? Because we all know that, and that's what she was ready to go. She was really trying to get him upset at that door, and he wasn't having it. He rolled out with the quickness. Anyway, he's there, and I fast forwarded, but anyway, he's there, and he like, yeah, Jock wanted us to come to the wedding together and everything, and she like, you know, I just don't want to go with him, we're not together, and you know, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do this for Jock. Girl, Erica, okay, girl. Like, why do you got, if anything, you want to show up without him showing everybody, look, you know, I ditched him, me and him is no longer, and yeah, I ain't tripping off no Safari. If anything, why would you just show up there, y'all? But they showed it together, they look real nice, y'all know how they do. But at the end of the day, I was like, girl, you should have showed better than that. You should have been like, no, I'm good, Jock. Your feelings ain't gonna be hurt. You good, you a grown motherfucking man. Me and him not together. Lord, me and him not together. And, yeah, I just can't do that, okay? I will be there to support you, you and Kendra, your new bride, but I will not be making it, okay? Because I would be damned if I would have been, you know, having him on my hip at that motherfucker, we not together. We're not doing that, okay? Especially if I already know that you're dating and you've moved on. She like, oh, I see that you don't have your wedding ring on. You know, you got that, what is it, championship ring or something, she said. And I was just like, okay, what are you, I don't know what she was getting at with that. But anyway, you know, he was like, well, basically, first of all, in his confessional, bitch, you divorced me. Okay, you set out papers for me, so basically, I can do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? You have no more hold on him. Because that's what, and I said this, y'all, in my other videos, you tried to force his hand, Erica, by trying to divorce him and trying to get him to sign these papers to try to make him come back. And just like me and Rashida said, at the end of the day, that's just going to make a nigga do what they doing and they want to do and they've always wanted to do. Because you keep thinking to yourself, okay, bitch, that's how you feel? Okay, let me do me. And that's what he did. So you try to force his hand to have him running back saying, oh, yeah, I want my family back. Oh, my God, she's really leaving. She's like, no, niggas don't take it like that. They take it as, oh, for real, bitch? Oh, okay, yeah, I can show you better than I can tell you. And that's just it. Anyway, y'all, the ring, the championship ring is what she said. He was like, no, this is my children's ring, okay, with their birthdays and their names. Okay, so Safari, I don't even know, you know what I'm saying, what you trying to prove to yourself to try to act as if you're still that father figure in their lives or whatever. But, yeah, honey, who does that? Like, it's just, okay, you trying to make up for the fact that you probably fucked this bitch over some of the times. Okay, we already know it's just not Erica. You know, most of it probably is this bitch, probably 90%. But he did his shit too. And, yeah, he probably just trying to prove to himself that, yeah, I'm a good father. I'm still a good father. And I owe something to my kids by not being there. So this is what I'm wearing around my finger. And that's just how I feel. I don't know. It could be that he got money and he can do that. You know what I'm saying? And put his kid's name on, and birthday on his ring. But at the end of the day, Hollywood people are weird to me. And, you know, it could just be that I can afford it. And so this is what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, I still feel like it's some type of symbol or something for him to feel as if he's still a good father by wearing that ring around and basically honoring them, I guess. You know, but do you take it off when you fucking bitches? Like, which one is it, girl? Do you take it off when you fucking the bitches, girl? So, Rennie Rucci, y'all, she's in the kitchen making some food for her kids and everything. And, you know, her sister and her brother are there, and they're just talking about, you know, their mom. Basically, their mom was in a car accident, like Yandy. And I couldn't understand why. Damn, you and Yandy was up there at Kendra's bridal shower, and y'all was talking about these niggas and how they was locked up and how y'all getting more communication out of them. You know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all mans was locked up. But y'all ain't say nothing about the mothers, you know, and vibe on that, because Yandy's mother was in a car accident too. But maybe at the time, Rennie Rucci's mom hadn't been in a car accident. That's the only thing I can think of. But that would have been a topic of discussion for them to both get some type of therapy on how they're feeling and everything, you know, as close girlfriends. But yeah, nothing was said. You know, and maybe that's why, because they're not close girlfriends. You know, Rennie Rucci and Sierra are real close and not Yandy. So maybe that's a personal issue that people would just not bring up. So yeah, maybe that's the case. Rennie Rucci is basically a little frustrated because of the visiting rules. Y'all know before COVID, you know, only one person can go up and all. Like, I feel her on that because my father's in a hospital right now. You know, and it's just like, it's so frustrating because he has 4 daughters and only one person can come up. You know, 2 people a day and 1 person at a time. And it's just like, bitch, what is the point? You know, even my daughter was looking at me because I was going off. I was heated. I was pissed. I'm just like, and mama was just looking at me like, and I was like, you know, mama? She was like, yeah, that is true. She knew, and it's true. How come 2 people can come up, right? But only 1 person at a time. Ain't that the same fucking breath in the air? So what is the point? Like, the breath is still getting in the air, and then on top of that, it's 2 other different people coming the next day, so you got different breath in the air again. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, who is making these rules? I just think it's somebody always somewhere trying to make a rule up because that's their job. And somebody is always trying to run something anyway. And it's just, those rules for the hospital visits are just very fucked up. And they really need to change because it's COVID not over to the point it's killing us. So why is this still going on? You know, I just don't understand, girl. And then on top of that, honey, this smallpox shit, how come we ain't get shut down for that? Okay, girl, y'all need to go ahead and try to figure out what y'all need to do, you know, before that outbreak comes. And, you know, we need another break to stay home. You know, the whole world needs to just shut down because we need another break at home, you know. But baby Sassy, you don't need another break because you've already been off for 6 weeks, bitch. So you really don't need a break. You need to take your ass to motherfucking work, okay? How about that? So it's the brother's day, you know what I mean, to go see their mom in the hospital. And he's just reporting to his 2 sisters that, yeah, and we're going to get into 2 sisters in a minute because I was just like, okay, girl, that's your real sister, girl. But anyway, honey, yeah, we're going to get into it. So, yeah, he was just reporting to his sisters that, you know, her kidneys are shutting down. And then they removed some of her pancreas because that's dead too. Like, I'm just like, well, that is a lot to hear, especially when she was saying that, Rennie Rucci was saying that her mother was just fine. Y'all, so strap up when you in these cars. I got to stop speeding myself. I got to take out more time in my day to leave out on time at a better time so I'm not speeding, y'all. It's a lot of car accidents happening now, and me and my son was just talking about that. And I just don't want to see it for me, my family, y'all, nobody, because that shit really be fucking people up. You know what I'm saying? So wear y'all seatbelts, try to, watch the speed limit, try to slow down a little bit, and just not for the cops. If you think, you're going to get pulled over in a ticket, it's just not about it. It's about for your safety. You know what I'm saying? And then it be freak stuff happening though too, that we can't really, help. We can't prevent. In a truck or something just slap you and hit you. How do you prevent that? I'm just gonna say for me personally, if I gotta watch all areas, you know what I'm saying? I tell my daughter and my sons, keep your head on a swivel. If I'm sitting at a stoplight or a stop sign or anything, or just going, you know what I'm saying, en route, I just might need to see what's coming at me, because I know somebody else who was crossing the intersection and a whole fucking Mack truck hit their ass. Some motherfucking Final Destination shit, and that's too much. So y'all just keep y'all head on the swivel. These car accidents are ruining people's lives, and it's fucked up. It really is, and sometimes there's no coming back from it. But she was just saying how, she was really hurt, when she got the news, because nobody could find her mother. And they was like, dang, where is she? They called the police, called 911 and everything. And the police called them back 45 minutes, was like, your mother was in a car accident. So it's just devastating to hear something like that. I can't even imagine. And shout out to Rennie Rucci. She was saying basically her mother hasn't had the best relationship. The relationship has been on the rocks. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mothers too, y'all. That's just how it go with females. I hope me and my daughter don't end up like that. Mothers are very important in people's lives. This that first bitch. You know what I'm saying? And she are supposed to love and honor and cherish you. And when that relationship doesn't work and it gets all topsy-turvy, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I am a prime example of that. I know how that feels. You know what I'm saying? And nobody want to be beefing with their mother. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants, no matter how much the bitch wrong, she think you wrong, nobody wants to go there with their mother, because the mother is your mother. You know what I'm saying? But she was saying too, she was having problems with her mother, and she's really regretting certain things. This is what we think too, y'all, because if something was to happen, then what? And she actually, Rennie Rucci got put into this situation. All right, damn, me and my mother beefing. I hope that nothing happened when me and her beefing. And it actually did. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rennie Rucci for being strong. And I feel for you, girl. You know what I'm saying? Now, going back to your siblings, honey. Are y'all half brothers and sisters? Because you don't look like your brother and sister. Y'all look totally different. And I don't know if they got another father, but the math ain't mathing on that. I just don't know, honey. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe y'all grew up together and y'all just call each other brother and sister, whatever. But no, I think they really brother and sister, but I don't know, y'all look a little different, okay? So Rich and Erica meet up in some little smoothie place, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And they just, tell each other how they missed each other and they missed their friendship and everything. Y'all know they was on Family Reunion, Love and Hip Hop. I reviewed that. If y'all want to go back and look at that. But they was on Family Reunion, and they was just saying how, and Safari was there, at the beach. They was all at the beach. And Erica was telling Rich that she basically missed him as a friend, and I was just like, okay, Safari went for that. And yeah, I don't believe in friends in a marriage. I just don't. I'm one of them bitches, and it is what it is. Whoever don't like it, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he can't have no friends, and I can't either. Not no same sex. We not doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't come into marriage with a female best friend, then what is the point? You know what I'm saying? If I didn't come into relationship with a male best friend, then what is the fucking point? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason. So you gained a best friend and a female during our relationship? No, honey, we not doing that. We not doing that at all. So yeah, this is their relationship, and like I said, Holly weird, this is how they do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe creating issues in my marriage, so yeah, we're not doing that. Anyway, so they're at the smoothie place, and they are just talking about, old times and how he thought that everything was good between her and Safari because of everything that went on at the family reunion. Her and Safari went through some shit, and then they made up, and it seemed like they was going to work everything out. Come to find out, you know what I'm saying, they're basically not together, and they are not doing good, But yeah, she was like, asking Rich, can we still remain friends? Because I like how you used to invite me everywhere. We used to have fun. And he was like, yeah, she was like, but, just to make sure, you're not trying to push up on me or nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? We good. We ain't doing all that, right? And he was like, yeah, Rich a hoe. You know what I'm saying? He always going to try to fuck Erica. This is just how it go. Erica know that. I don't even know why the fuck she asked. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think she's interested in Rich. She wants her husband back, and that's just it. Rich tells Erica, yeah, we should go to Kendra and Jock's wedding together. Y'all, she busts out laughing. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke because, first of all, Rich, where is Mariah? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? We was just on couples retreat. I reviewed that too, y'all. Watch couples retreat. You seem like you was really into Mariah. So what's going on now? You trying to push up on Erica again? Like, I don't know what. Rich, like I told y'all, I love him to death because he is funny. He always know what to say. He got a great point of view on shit. A lot of times he say exactly what I be thinking, what it is in the moment. But y'all, Rich is a hoe, and that's just the fuck. And there's no other way around how he is. That's just what it is. And she like, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with Safari because, Jock asked us to come together, and yeah, I'm just going to try to, abide by what Jock wants because it's his wedding and everything. And I'm just like, okay, bitch, if you want to go with your husband to the wedding, just go. You're not telling us nothing. Because the bottom line is, if you're not together, you're not together. So, and you don't need to spare Jock's feelings because he really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, by you keep on trying to act like, oh yeah, Jock said it, trying to throw him in on it, you just bullshitting yourself, boo. You're not bullshitting me because I already know you want to go with your husband. And that's just it. And wouldn't that be the perfect place to go with your husband, to reel this nigga back in? To make him remember at a wedding, to make him remember what y'all had from the beginning. Y'all know, that's what the priest told us. Whenever y'all had bad times, me and my husband, whenever y'all had bad times, remember this day. So if you go to Jock's wedding and your husband is there, he's going to remember back from when y'all got married and all of the things and how you felt and all the promises you made and how in love with y'all was and, how everything was so wonderful and how you just need to try to get it back and don't you miss us and all of the things, girl, okay? So this is why she's probably pressed for him to go. You know what I'm saying? So he can remember, okay? So yeah, it's the perfect place for you to get your husband to remember what y'all had and reel that ass right back in home so y'all can have a marriage. And that's just it. And Safari said too, when he walked in, he said some slick shit. Doesn't this remind you of stuff of us or something like that? He said, and you just thought it was so funny. You was just kicking, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But don't tell us lies like we fucking stupid when you the one stupid, Erica. Everybody already know that. But don't tell us lies like we're stupid. Oh, I don't really want to go with him. But you would love to sit there with your husband right there with him watching somebody have their marital vows and take their marital vows because you want him to remember. So Sierra invites her sisters over. Y'all know they used to beef. You know what I'm saying? And she even said they beefing now, but they squashing shit for right now to try to do an intervention for her mother. So she stopped drinking alcohol to do the 7-day detox in order for her to have her antibiotics in her system to get rid of this colon infection. So anyway, y'all, she got her mother and her sisters there, and they all around the bonfire. It's nice, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, she got a really nice house, her and her boyfriend, Sierra's boyfriend. And, yeah, they just sitting around and everything. And Sierra was like, look at us, we're not fighting or anything. And the mother said something, yeah, we should have bought some drinks. We should have bought the bottles and everything. Look at us, we look like the Kardashians. I said, you know what? Sierra was like, have you been drinking today? Girl, the mother was like, what? I ain't been drinking. I can walk a straight line. She was like, how much you been drinking? She was like, wine. I said, you know what? Okay, girl. Sierra tells her, look, we're concerned about your health. We're concerned about you. And the mother just busts out crying. So Sierra tells her, look, y'all, I'm about to lock all of us in my house for 7 days so she can't drink and she can take her medications because all she gonna do is act like she need a drink, try to make excuses up. So this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, the intervention is now and the intervention is going to continue for 7 days. I said, I know that's right, Sierra. Sierra got her mother, and at this point, somebody has to have her because pretty soon it's going to be your liver. Like, it's going to be your liver. You're going to have cirrhosis of the liver, and you're going to gradually die. You already losing weight from drinking. And then Sierra was saying that her mother telling Yandy and Kendra that her mother, is drinking so bad that she was trying to stop. But when you stop, y'all, there are things that go on if you try to stop drinking. If you drink it all the time, you can have a seizure, your blood pressure can go up or something like that. You can have a stroke, like all types of shit. Symptoms that come up with this. And her mother is afraid when she tries to stop drinking. She goes in the room, in her bedroom, in her daughter's bedroom, Sierra's bedroom, in the middle of the night, and afraid to go to sleep because she says she feel like she might not even fucking wake up. So how do you go through this shit in the middle of the night, then wake up and continue to drink? It is a real sickness. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really question people's actions really, on this sickness. So I apologize for that. But, yeah, she is trying to get her mother some help. She really is. And I feel for her because you really don't know what type of demon she's fighting. Usually people who have these type of conditions, they have things that happen to them. So they're trying to swarm their mind and cover up their brain and stop the thoughts of what's going on and try to remain drunk or high so they won't have to remember. And this may be what she's doing. So I feel bad for her. And kudos to Sierra for looking out for her mother. You know what I'm saying? And her sisters. Because some part of me, too, thinks that Sierra is trying to make amends for her sisters in some type of way. I remember back seasons ago, her sisters were acting like they were privileged, because Sierra needed to do stuff for them because she had some money and she had the salon and everything. So they was acting real like she needed to do so much for them. And she was just basically telling them, look, I'm your sister, but I'm not, your mother will have to provide for you like that. So they had their rocky times and everything. And I'm just glad they can pull it together for their mother. So y'all, it's the morning of the wedding and Jock can't answer this phone. This bitch Kendra can't even get him on the line, okay? And yeah, at first I was like, oh, she making excuses for him. She was like, oh, he might have overslept, or he probably know I'm real mad and he don't want to be in my face because he didn't make it to the airport, so he not going to be on time. I was like, okay, excuses, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But then she called his man, Chino or something like that, and Chino answered. Now, Jock, you're not going to play these motherfucking games with me. I would have told his motherfucking man, you need to get your friend on the line, and I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's answering, but he's not. Then the Chino was like, yeah, basically hinting around, your mother said that y'all don't need to see each other before the wedding. Bitch, my mother said we don't need to see each other. We need to talk, and I need to talk to my husband. Fuck Beyonce at this point, because in a couple hours, that nigga be my husband. He needs to answer his motherfucking phone and tell him I said ASAP. That's some bullshit that he wouldn't answer that phone. Even up until I walk up to the aisle, I would have been looking at you like, bitch, if you lost your goddamn mind. Like, but he know he can do this shit to her, and no, and then maybe Jock did it for, VH1, for the reality TV or whatever, but you're not going to have me up here stressing out and I can't find you and all this other shit, and then your man answer the phone, but you can't, bitch. I'm not getting married to your man. I'm getting married to you. Okay, so we not doing it. But anyway, she was looking like she was ready to have some type of panic attack. She was so hurt, and that was the first time. Then the second time, she looked like she was really panicking when that nigga Rico said her dress wasn't going to be because he had to run back and get some undergarments. Bitch, you're doing too much. You probably lied. You probably was saying, now that I'm thinking about it, you probably was still trying to fix the fucking dress. That's probably what it was. But anyway, y'all, yeah, so she get him on the line, and yeah, she calms down when he tells her, no, we are in Atlanta, we already made it and he's fine. Okay, yeah, you better tell that motherfucker to call me for real, cause bitch, you fuck around and I won't be walking out. How about that? Your ass to be standing up there. Y'all, I was like, no, at first I was like, okay, he not answering. But then as the day went along, and then she up there, stressing out about her dress, he still hadn't called her. She still hadn't talked to him. He still wasn't answering. His shit was going straight to voicemail. So, bitch, I can't even talk to you about the fact that I'm stressed out about my dress on top of that. And this is what we use our husbands for. You know what I'm saying? These verbal punching bags that we going through, and you not even there to understand and try to hear me out and calm me down. Everybody else has to calm me down. So I didn't like that about y'all. And Jock, you can't be doing that shit in the marriage. You just can't. Anyway, y'all, she looked so relieved because she looked like she was in fear, terror, afraid. She looked horrified, when she could not get him on the line. Y'all, she looked so exhausted and relieved once, Rico, Chico, whatever, had told her they was good and they were there. That type of stress she don't need because there's other shit that go on. At weddings, y'all, it just do like this dress situation, the catering, something could have been messed up with that. Something could have went wrong with the banquet hall. Some seating might have been fucked up, but somebody say, I don't want to about her. I don't fuck with her. All this stuff that could possibly go on, and you gonna add to the bullshit. I was not here for it, y'all. A wedding is a very stressful time, and it is a very stressful event that day, and that's just how it is. That Bridezilla show is real, trust me. Because anything that can go wrong will, and that's just the fuck it on that day. And the people don't need no added stress from their man, okay, and a fucking phone call. So Spice is in there with her man, and yeah, she's just telling him, I feel bad for Kendra, I really do. And he like, for what? Because I feel like, Mita was fucking her man, and they was talking about Kalia, about her coming out the box and stuff like that, and now here she come calling. They was like, oh, we was just talking about you. I'm with Shakana. Are you gonna come down the damn aisle doing cartwheels telling me you just fucked Jock last night? Bitch, no, you don't need to come. You don't need to come at all. Spice is begging her not to come. She like, you know what? It look like you getting dressed because they on FaceTime. And Carly is like, you know what if I did come? What if I did come? What if I showed up? What would you do? And then Spice was like, girl, I turned the other way. I don't know you. Just basically, bitch, I ain't in it, once again. And Spice is just telling her, no, do not come to that wedding. They laughing it off and everything, but you could clearly see this bitch Spice is serving. Okay, she like, don't come to that wedding. And, I was thinking Carly would show up, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe she got something to do with the nigga in the red Gucci little outfit, you know what I'm saying? And maybe she put him up to something. So I don't know. Or maybe, as far as that, we're going to get into it. Kendra, is that your boo that don't nobody know about? And yeah, we thought that Jock was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And Jock was cheating. And is that your man? Is that your secret lover? Carly is telling Spice, I just really don't think, Jock is ready to get married. I just don't think he's ready. And Spice ain't trying to hear it. She like, you know what? I ain't in it. That's that lady's soon-to-be husband. And if she happy, then that's fine. I'm not in it. I don't want to be messy. And I want her to have a good day. And Spice is hell-bent on, look, that's her business. I'm not trying to ruin nobody's day. And, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's Kendra, man, and that's her business. Anyway, y'all, Jock is in his confessional, y'all, talking about, yeah, he ain't have time, to answer her phone calls, Kendra phone calls, because of all of the things that he had to do. Okay, Jock. Yeah, honey. I'm sure you was on your phone and you was making phone calls. You couldn't press Kendra. Like, come on now. With the bullshit. Like, fucking bullshit. For real. Mama D walks in. She got the all white fur coat and hat, y'all. She gonna do it up, okay? For her new boo. That's what she said. Her and Ernest, they basically getting a divorce, and she might be looking for a new boo. So yeah, she threw it on. So y'all, Cena decides, okay, like a big girl, okay, put her big girl panties on, honey. Okay, she decides to let her twin girls, her and Jock twin girls, be in the wedding. And I'm getting chills right now, y'all, because bitches don't do that shit. You hear me? And kudos to you, bitch. Like, she really let them be in it. She's not being petty. She like, go on with your day. Somebody else dropped them off. It was somebody, he said, oh, thank you for bringing them or something like that. Yeah, she ain't come, but you know what? That's their father. This is a moment in his time. You don't want that on your, in your head or in your story later on that, yeah, my mother ain't even let us get to be in my father's wedding. Like, you don't want to be a bitter Betty bitch. You know what I'm saying? So just let them be in it. And this is what Cena was giving, girl. And I said, Cena, you a bad bitch, like, for real, because she probably couldn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? And even if she could, like, it doesn't matter. She gave her kids, her babies, her daughters a chance to see their father get married. They already know their mother and father ain't together, so what's the point of being petty? Second of all, little girls just need to see their father getting married. Third of all, little girls need to see somebody getting married and the importance of getting married. You know what I'm saying? So this was a wonderful thing that they was able to go through, and it was a wonderful moment in time with their daddy, and many young girls need this stuff, and I'm so glad that Cena allowed that. Kudos to you, Cena. You a badass bitch. I'm serious, like badass bitch. Because a lot of bitches would have kept them kids right at home, and found something to do. But she, put her big girl panties on and she rocked it out. That was bomb. Safari and Erica walk in, I already mentioned that. And Mama D looked real good in her little white ensemble. I think, who else? Shakana had like some type of white fur draped around her too. She looked nice. Y'all, the dudes that they show in this red Gucci sweatsuit, yeah, I rewinded it and I saw this. You know what I'm saying? And he was sitting right next to Yandy and Mendices. And I don't know what his mission was and what he did, but yeah, he was sitting next to Yandy and Mendices. And I know he had to ask, excuse me or something, or move right past him or something. But he was all in that aisle giving it up the most. We gonna talk about it, y'all. Okay, y'all, Jock walks down the aisle, And at the time, y'all, my husband, he makes music on his MacBook. He's on this little computer with his little Beats headphones and everything, and he tuned in to watch every now and then. And sometimes he don't, you know what I'm saying? And at this point, I said, "Ooh, baby, look." You know what I'm saying? Jock walking down the aisle. It's here. And he was just looking like, he was like, "Oh, man, I remember that, man. Oh, go ahead, Jock." And I said, "Right, go ahead, Jock." Like, Jock was coming down that joint. I'm going to put a picture up, y'all. He was coming down that joint. He was looking ready. You know what I'm saying? He really was looking ready, y'all. And his suit was on 1,000. His shoes was on 1,000. Y'all know they had a little high water joint or whatever. Looking like they, don't fit, but he had these like shoes on that look good with it. But that type of little look grown on me, and Jock did the damn thing. I can't even complain. But y'all, when he was coming down to y'all should have saw my husband's face. He was just like, "Wow, I remember that," and he was like, "Man, that was such a nice time." It really, really was, But yeah, Jock looked ready, and I was glad for him, Then he was standing up there, looking for Cena to come down, and Cena came down. Y'all, she looked amazing. She really did. I complained about her needing to look down to get down the aisle because it seemed like she was going to trip up and she was afraid. But she looked bomb. The dress was really, really pretty. It was a fitted dress, cut. I can't really describe it. It was just like, tankish or whatever. And it was just fitted real nice. I got pictures. And she looked really, really nice. I thought she should have did a pinup. Like, that's a regular hairstyle that somebody would do. I thought it was a lazy look as far as her hair. And it should have been doing more, A nice pinup with some little curls coming out. Or just a nice pinup. Something other than that regular hairstyle that y'all wear every day. Like, but the pin in it was real cute. That was nice. And Sierra had a real nice pin in her hair too. That was bomb. So they're up there and they're just smiling at each other. But before she get up there, y'all, like I said, I noticed that, the corset is coming out of her dress at the top of her back. And I'm like, okay, girl. Anyway, she just tells Jock off the break, "I love you." Right when she about to walk, up to him at the altar. And they're standing there just smiling. And the priest asked the audience, y'all, like he's supposed, "Is there anybody here who objects to this marriage?" And the man in the Gucci sweatsuit is like, "Oh, excuse me, everybody. We got a real one here. What are you talking about? And where did you come from?" Like, this some ghetto ass shit to be happening at a wedding. Like, I couldn't even believe that shit was happening. Everybody's mouths was dropped. Everybody was like, "Oh my God," like it was like so uncalled for and so unnecessary. And then why would you pick the time for them to be standing there to do that? I don't even know why they asked that question. Why do priests ask that question? Somebody dropped in the comments. Why would you ask that question for somebody to be all revved up and be like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't agree for them to get married"? Like, that question should be tossed out because it's not the time for nobody to be objecting. We are here in the moment standing here and somebody think they're going to object. We're not doing that. Anyway, Kendra's just looking over like, for a minute, because they be editing shit. She looked like, oh shit, like she might was cool or something. And then Jock was looking like, really? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, who was that? Like I said, is it Kendra Boo? Is it her old boo or something? Is he didn't get over Kendra or something? Is it Kendra's brother or something? I don't know who this man is, and this is going to go down in history from what he did because it was trifling. It was not right. It was an elegant moment. It was a moment in time for two people, and he just ruined it. Like, and that's when reality TV is some bullshit, because if you are doing this to get on TV, then I don't know what to tell you, but maybe it's more to the story than, just him doing it. Don't be bum rushing no damn weddings. Like, that's crazy and immature and stupid. But anyway, y'all, that is all for this episode, okay? I had a lot of fun with this video. This was a lot of fun. I didn't think it was going to be this much fun because it wasn't a lot to go on, but we had fun, y'all. Leave it in the comments if you did. So subscribe and like, and don't forget, like I said, to comment. Share the video if you can. I don't never ask y'all that, but if you want to share it, you can share. I get a lot of views on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stuff, so whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah, make sure you subscribe. It costs you nothing, okay? All you gotta do is hit that button and hook your girl up. I'm almost at 1,000, okay? So yeah, support and like the video, okay? I will see you ladies and gents later. Bye.